Hello and welcome. A corpus, plural corpora, is a large structured collection of authentic spoken or written language, and it's usually stored digitally for research and analysis. These collections help us go beyond guesswork and look at how language is actually used in the real world and not just how it's taught in textbooks. Using corpora, we can examine patterns, authentic patterns, across thousands or even millions of words. And we can search for things like how often a word appears, its frequency, what kinds of words appear around it, collocations, and how a word is used in different contexts using a tool called a concordance. A concordance gives us real examples of a word or phrase in context. Each example shows the word in the middle with a few words before and after it. For instance, a search for run might give you examples like run a company, run out of time, or go for a run, showing literal and idiomatic uses side by side. To really understand how corpora work, we need to introduce a key concept, the token. A token is the smallest unit that a corpus consists of. Tokens usually refer to word forms like going, trees, or 25. Punctuation, such as commas, question marks, or quotation marks. Numbers and digits, like 50,000. Abbreviations or product names, such as 3M, XP, or FB. In simple terms, anything that appears between two spaces is treated as a token, but spaces themselves are not tokens. So in the sentence, Mary has 2 dogs, the tokens would be Mary has 2 and dogs. That's 5 tokens, 3 words, a number, and a punctuation mark, a full stop at the end. There are 2 main categories of tokens: words like play, happy, or suddenly, and non-words like punctuation marks, numbers, and symbols. Importantly, corpora always contain more tokens than words because they count all these elements individually. Corpora use a special tool called a tokenizer to split text into tokens. This tool is usually customized for each language and handles different writing systems, abbreviations, and contractions. Different languages treat tokenization in different ways. For example, in English, don't is divided into 2 tokens, do and nt. In Spanish, a word like dárselo, which includes a verb and 2 pronoun clitics, is treated as 1 token. If you're ever unsure whether something is treated as 1 token or several, most corpus tools include a word list function. If your word or form appears in the list, it's 1 token. If not, it might have been split into more than 1. In addition to tokens, corpora help us analyze types, which are the number of unique word forms in a text, and frequency, which shows how often each token or type appears. So in the sentence, the dog chased the cat, we have 6 tokens: the dog chased the cat, full stop, but only 5 types because the is repeated. All of this makes corpora extremely valuable tools for teachers. We can use them to check if a phrase is natural and frequent. We can find authentic examples of vocabulary and grammar in context, and we can design more accurate and realistic exercises, gap fills, and feedback activities. In short, corpora let us teach English not just accurately, but authentically, based on the way real people actually use the language. Thank you.